And now we should be good. I did have some settings turned off, so that was throwing a wrench into things. But now I do think we're okay. For some reason, it defaulted to turning off microphone sounds and the party audio sounds. But we are now okay, and we're back going here for qualifying. So from that short little hiatus we took, it's Talon Guy, who's on pole by 0.5 of a second over HVAC Toaster. iRoll puts an MP3, 130.7. Fatal puts a time in of a 130.9. G-Joe Breezy, championship leader, with a 130.9. And Best Racing with 31.0. And ILRT Kersey, I think, is going for another lap, as he set a slow lap to begin with.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at some of the tires that have been placed on. RLRT Cruzy actually has the hards on. So if these guys are paying attention to last night's race, I think they might be looking at going to the softs and go to the hards like we did last night. Or, like Joe Breezy, I think he's going to stick to the mediums and then go to the softs or to the hards later on in the race. So it's kind of interesting. But a lot of drivers, including Seafreeze and Damaso, are going on the hards. So it's kind of interesting to see what they're doing so far.
Lots of strategies indeed here that we could see here at France. Lots of ways to go about this. So G-Joe Breezy now has a Valdez pass lap, so he's going to take it slow and methodical here as he is about to, and he pulls it to the pit lane and abandons his lap. iRoll now looks like he may be on a flyer. He's heading to the third sector now, heading to the penultimate corner. And he goes wide and puts it into the pit lane along with the Mercedes. Then the Mercedes actually stays out, and I think that Be Good will be starting his time lap.
Yeah, right in the bar with Seafreeze, he's ready to start his fast lap on the hards again. He's already put one lap in. Well, actually, I take the back. He's coming into pits.
And G-Joe Breezy has left the session. The championship leader and probably the favorite for this race has left the session. So a 130.9 for the time being will be his qualifying time. So we'll see where it stacks him up.
Xandamar is not in the session right now. I'm not sure what's going on. I just checked Discord and he said oops. So I'm not sure if he got if he crashed out or something else that had happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But we will definitely keep everyone updated on that situation. But Go-To Guy now is on his flying lap. He's heading out of the chicane and across the Sector 2 timing line.
Yeah, this corner actually is pretty interesting because you can still throw it in there pretty heavily. It reminds me of Turn 1 of Japan. You can still brake but still be in the throttle at the same time.
As we look here, Go-To Guy heading through the final few corners. The very, very technical third sector here at Circuit Power Card. And he pulls it to the pits. So looking through the field now, Be Good is now starting his flyer, and he's on the soft compound tires. So we'll see if Be Good could possibly shock the world here and crack and put himself into the top 5 maybe.
I think that'd be great for him. I'm riding along with Bliss Racing. I think this is his first race. I may be wrong, but he's going to start his fast lap here. Another round, he's on the softs again.
So we'll see the pace at Bliss Racing will be able to set here for the Renault team, as we see a Toro Rosso and a McLaren pulling out of the way, which is the smart thing to do. That is the beauty of not having a pit assist on, because if that was on, they would have definitely impeded his lap.
Oh yeah, so far Talon did really well in qualifying last week at Monaco. It's back up there, and he still want to put in a strong lap. So far, that's one of our fastest laps this weekend. So far, between all the classes, he's doing a great job.
For sure, so we'll see.
Caution somewhere. Maybe that's a slow down driver, I'm not sure.
So we'll see the time the Talon guy here is going to set as he comes out of the first sector. Excuse me, the second sector, and he's 3/10 up. Talon guy's looking even faster than his fastest lap, coming around the very wide and treacherous right-hander
here. Did you see
here.
a little raindrop right there? Is that a little rain?
I may have. That did look like a small bit of rain. That could definitely throw
Oh yeah, we
a
definitely
wrench in
got
things.
rain on the track. So
Oh
this
yes.
is it. They have to put their fastest lap here right now, otherwise they are going to be on intermediate, so they're definitely going to be going fast. So this Talon might, if he finishes this lap really well, he might secure the pole, and that's a 29.7.
What a fantastic lap from
we've seen all this weekend.
What a fantastic lap from Talon guy, and also Biss Racing in what I think is his first ever TCR Grand Prix, goes second with a 130.2. But these will be the last flying laps we see, as there's no time to waste anymore. Rain is falling on the track as we speak.
D3 is starting his final lap here. We're only 6.5 minutes ago. This is pretty much going to be wrap up the qualifying, because now that it's going to start raining, it's going to get more slick the further we go.
So we'll see it.
D3 is probably one of the last drivers that can cross the line here with a decent lap, as long as the rain doesn't dramatically affect him.
He's on his out lap right now. I don't know if he'll have time to set a good fly or not. Seafreeze maybe starting the Grand Prix from P8. That would be horrible for Seafreeze and his championship hopes. So we'll see if anyone else is. We'll look at see if anyone else is setting some flying laps. I-Roll's coming around the final corner. He's 4/10 down. I don't think he's going to be able to improve on his time at all. He comes across the line. He's a half a second down. I don't think anyone is going to be able to improve on their times, maybe except for Seafreeze, because that 31.4 I do believe is on a different compound of tire. So we'll see if Seafreeze can pull something out and try and budge his way into the top few positions.
Coming out the last corner now.
And he crosses the line now. So.
He was at the P3.
And that was his.
With a 33.17.
Okay, so the graphics on my screen glitched, and they said that was his outlap. So, if I knew that was his time lapse, then I would have called that as if that was a time lapse. So my bad to everyone who's watching the stream. It said that was his outlap, so I didn't put that much. I didn't really care about that too much, but turns out that was actually his time lapse, so skews the difficulties there and the visual glitch.
But we also got some drivers who came out of pits pretty late, and now the more rain is coming. I don't know if the grip will be able to maintain them throughout the remainder of the session, because it might be a few sprinkles now, but it's starting to come down more and more.
Points leader Gigio Breezy is on an outlap now. I don't know if he's going to be able to set a faster lap or not. The rain's really pouring now. We'll see what he does here. Does he follow through with the lap, or does he go ahead and pull it into the pits? And he keeps it out. He's going to try for a flying lap here. So Gigio Breezy, points leader, eyes on him, coming across the line. He's going to start his flying lap now. Let's see how he takes turn one here. Could be a little bit treacherous. Got to keep the back end stable. Throws it in there beautifully. Back end a little bit loose there. Slight wiggle. Shouldn't lose too much time. Heading into turn 3 now. Now 4. Heading into 5 and coming across the Sector 1 timing line. He's 3/10 down. He's going to have to try and find time somehow.
I was just following along with Be Good. He lost the back end there. The rain is starting to come down. And we lost Seawick. I'm not sure if he lost on somewhere on the track. There's a yellow somewhere in turn 3, but Be Good retires from the session. He knows he can't go any further, any faster.
That's a shame for Be Good and Seawick there. But Gigio Breezy, championship leader, comes across the Sector 2 timing line. I don't think it's going to be enough. He's about a full second down on his fastest time. We'll see if Gigio Breezy can somehow go a full second faster in a very slippery and technical third sector. The car steps out from under him a little bit there. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, most of the drivers are starting to back down now. Even 8th place runner right now, Kuzi, he's starting to back it down. He might try to go for a lap here, but I think most drivers are into the pits now.
And Gigio Breezy pulls into the pits and abandons his qualifying time. And Fatal taking an interesting route here. I think he really wants to hurry up and get back in time to set a flying lap. He is cutting this power card circuit as if it doesn't exist. The Dominican driver really wants to set a lap here. But as he's about to take the chicane straight on here, he's going to have to be careful where he doesn't invalidate his next lap too. But
we got a car crashed out.
So Toro Rosso, is that Seafreeze? No, it is his teammate.
And Seafreeze is actually the only driver on the track right now.
Yes, him, and along with Fatal, who's coming into the third sector now, who is cutting this track as if it just was not there. So we'll see what Fatal can do. And I don't know if you can hear him now. And yes, he does come into the pits and abandons his time. So we'll see what Seafreeze can do here. And Fatal retires from the session, so he's going to go ahead and abandon his qualifying session and settle for P6.
I think Seafreeze is going to come in this lap. He's not using any of his ERS. I know this is kind of his opening lap, but I think he's just trying to test how damp the track is.
Now there is a McLaren on track as well coming out of the first sector too, so...
And Seafreeze comes into the pits.
Indeed he does. Seafreeze abandons his qualifying time. And he will stay P3. But now there's only one car on track, and it is the championship leader, Gigio Breezy. And he's looking loose, and he spins it out. Hard contact for the McLaren driver. He's in the barrier. And he's going to retire from the session. And P7, hard contact for the championship leader. The marshals will have to attend to that very quickly.
But that's pretty much it for our qualifying session, because we have literally 3 seconds left in the way on the track. So that's going to be a wrap for the qualifying. Talion will win pole here, followed by Bliss Racing, and third, Seafreeze, 2-time champion.
Yeah, so a very weird grid here. It's not the grid that we have usually seen for these races, and we've got a visual glitch. I cannot see the grid for whatever reason. Just looking at a blank turn at Circuit Power Card, so I can't give you a rundown of the results. Codemasters has done themselves a good one today. Lots of glitches left, right, and center. And now we head to the main event of the evening, the French Grand Prix for the TCR Platinum class. What is your predictions heading into this?
I think just like in qualifying, you got to stick to the top 2-3 drivers. That's kind of what leading the points. They've been the most consistent. That's Joe Breezy and Seafreeze. And so let's just actually look at the current point standings for the the Platinum class drivers. If you look just purely on individual driver standings, we have Joe Breezy with 105 points, with a couple wins this last. He actually the driver that won at Monaco and at Silverstone, so he's a previous champion. Followed by Seafreeze, who's only 2 points away with 103. Followed by Dougie Falcon, Go To Guy, and Alexander Demar. So those are your top 5 drivers right now in the points. And currently, Haas is leading the Constructor Championship, followed by McLaren and Toro Rosso. So they're doing a great job right now in terms of points. And it is a tight battle between Joe Breezy and Seafreeze. But so far, Joe Breezy 2 points ahead right now. And he definitely needs to stay ahead of Seafreeze no matter what this race.
Indeed, he does. As now the cars on the grid as we get ready to take the formation lap here, and Talon Guy leads the field off the grid. So prediction-wise, I'm not sure what is going to happen, but I'm going to give the win to the man who's making his TCR debut. At least I think it's his debut, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to give the win to Biss Racing. I think he's going to get a fantastic start and be able to take the lead into turn 1, and he might just skip away with this one. P2, I'm going to give it to Talon Guy, and P3, I'm going to stick with C Freeze. But some dark horses, I expect Fatal and G. Joe Breezy to have some fantastic races and probably and fight their way up through the field, and expect them to be able to fight for this win.
Oh yeah, I definitely won't count out Seafreeze starting P3, and Talion is definitely a great driver. I never don't know much about Bliss Racing, but I think he's definitely having a great shot. Also, take a look at those Ferraris. We haven't really talked much about them, and Roll and Toaster. They were very competitive last week at Monaco, and I wouldn't be surprised if they come back through. But keep an eye on Phelan and Joe Breezy as well, because those are great talented drivers. Track position is very key here. It may seem like a very long and narrow track, but there's only a few places to pass here effectively without losing too much time. So it's a high speed with high degradation race and through these corners. So if you lose it just a little bit, that's a matter of seconds that you're losing and you're battling too hard here.
Indeed. So coming through the third sector now, Talon Guy pacing the field through this beautiful Paul Ricard circuit as he leads them to the pin.
Keep an eye on what's going on in the back of the field, and so I'll let you manage the front field.
Sounds like a plan. As Talon Guy will be the first driver to pull into his grid slot. Well, actually not. That's going to belong to Sequid or Dougie Falcons, who made an error on the formation lap and had to default to the grid already. Here we go. With all the sports being canceled across the globe, it's our job to fill in the empty void of your life to give you some intense wheel-to-wheel racing for the TCR here from France. As we look for the lights now, still not on our screen. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are green for France, and it looks like a good start from the front row. Very even start. Looks like the Talon Guy's got the jump over Biss Racing. Seafreeze looking to the inside. Look at Fatal. Fatal makes up 2 spots in one corner, it looks like. And then Fatal gets the start of a lifetime, and there's contact in the back. Contact in the back is Be Good, spun around, but Talon Guy still your leader. Biss Racing up is in P2. Seafreeze still holds on to P3. I-Roll hangs on P4. Fatal is in P5, and Kersey and HVAC Toaster side by side for P6. And G. Joe Breezy, championship leader, and Kev Berge are going wheel to wheel for P8. And now he's battling for P9 with Kyochin. Very intense first lap here, as we've seen some incidences throughout the field. Here comes Seafreeze around the outside. Can he make it? Can he make it work?
It's fighting hard, but I think he's going to hang on to it.
He forced him off a little bit, but yes, it's going to be Seafreeze, the 2-time Platinum Class champion, into P2.
Not far Be Good is the loser in this so far. Had an early spin, but he's still back on track and he's making his moves. Oh, we got Kyochin. Kev Berge running massively wide through that long shoot there.
Kyochin, Kev Berge side by side, battling for the final points position. It looks like Kev Berge might just have a nose on him, but it's not enough just yet. The Williams driver's not backing off. There's contact between the two of them. Contact between the two of them. And now
gets the position.
And now the 2 Red Bulls, they want analyst action. Looks like the Dougie Falcons is going to try and get the toe from Kyochin and try and pull away from this. Demoso is...
Something's wrong with Kev Berge.
Kev Berge's got damage. Kev Berge's car looks like it's just not turning. So once again, a disastrous Grand Prix for the Mercedes drivers. But back to this battle, P12 and P13, Sequin and Demoso, they're right on top of each other along with Dougie Falcons. And Kev Berge picks up a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. It's back to the front of the field now. Fatal right on the gearbox of I-Roll. Can Fatal make a move to the inside? He peeps. He looks for the move. Don't think he's going to make it just yet. And there's a wing.
Kersey got in the back to Fatal because Fatal braked a little early there.
And now Kersey is missing an end plate now. Kersey has wing damage. That's going to affect the aerodynamics of his car drastically.
And here comes Joe Breezy.
Joe Breezy around the outside.
Kersey, he bailed out. He retired.
He did, and it was a routine move for Joe Breezy there. As now they'll go through him, but now side by side once again for the final few points paying position. It was Kyochin and go-to guy. I expect these two to battle for the entire race. I don't think these two are going to separate from each other. We'll see if the Williams driver can get the better exit here on the Haas. As they blast down the pit straight now, looks like at the front of the field, they're side by side for P3. For P3, it looks like that I-roll might make the move for P3, but here comes the Williams, a fatal. Can't make it work. 3-second time penalty. 3-second time penalty is given out the HVAC toaster. So as they still say single file for the time being, I do expect the move to be made on the DRS straight.
Got a big train going in here for battle for P3. We got Bliss, Iroh, Fado, and Toaster, and followed behind is Breezy. So
To the end.
Train here.
No one's going to try and make a move. They stay single file. It's just a DRS train at this point, so no one could really make a move just yet. But we may see a move now as we look at Joe Breezy. He's going to peep to the inside of the Ferrari driver. To the inside. He's got the preferred line over HVAC Toaster. As he make the move stick, he still has the inside line. And he... just
Toaster
not yet.
Just undercut.
Undercut of a lifetime for HVAC Toaster. And there's a little bit of contact. A little bit of argy-bargy that's going on back there. Wheel-to-wheel racing in the TCR. That's what we like to see.
Toaster is fighting hard against Joe Breezy. He doesn't care that he's a championship leader. He wants that position.
Toaster wants P6 like it is the top step on the podium. Toaster's fighting for his life right now.
Everyone get DRS.
So still one big massive train heading into T1.
Let her pile up with team for P5 with the Fatal and Joe Breezy. Joe Breezy's all in the back of Fatal right now. Trying to see where can he see that opening gap? Where can he go for it?
And there's just a few places to pass on this track, but his best chance will come right around now as they go onto the DRS straight. Kyochin looks like he may have gotten a fantastic exit on the Ferrari driver HVAC Toaster. So does he look for the move? Does he not?
Toaster got amazing straight line speed. It's very difficult for Kyochin to catch up with that Toaster's straight line speed, especially with DRS.
He looked for the move, but it didn't work. But Zandermeyer, I do think, has made the move stick on Sequit. But Sequit looks like he's going to get an exit, and Zandermeyer's forced him off the track a little bit. They're still side by side here for P12. But back at the front of the field, battling for P5, Joe Breezy and Fatal. Toaster's gone wide. Huge battle here for P4 in this race. Joe Breezy and I-Roll side by side.
Makes a dive on Kyochin.
HVAC.
Contact.
Sketchy there for the Ferrari. Got loose a little bit after contact with the Williams driver. But he still sticks it to the inside. We'll see what he can do. On the outside now, no, he's going to have to settle for P8 once again. But now...
Massive train going on here. Now Fatal, take a look on the outside of I-Roll.
Here comes...
See what he can do with this.
Here he comes, Fatal around the outside. Does he keep it in there? Does he keep his foot in it? No. He tucks in for a few more corners now. Joe Breezy, championship leader, picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt his...
He's taking a look. He's taking a peek. This certainly doesn't help. Yeah, let's see how things pan out. But he's taking a look on Bliss on the inside. Bliss runs wide.
Bliss goes wide, and that gives the spot to Joe Breezy as they head onto the DRS straight. Joe Breezy's going to have to try as hard as he can to catch up to the leaders. And speaking
about 5
of
seconds off to the leaders, but I think he has time to catch up.
Speaking of the leaders, Seafreeze has closed the gap down on Talon Guy by nearly a full second, so Seafreeze absolutely flying at the moment.
Brian Long still with this trend here, following along with Kyochin, his teammate with Fatal. They are still running tight side by side. They're probably less than 2/10 of a second between all of them. How close they are on the track, just how tight it is for him. Look at Fatal on the back of iRoll's gearbox right now.
And in the back there, we see Demoso and Dougie Falcons was battling for a quick moment there as they were side by side, and a lockup from Dougie Falcons again. And we saw this in Monaco with Dougie Falcons having some brake issues. It looked like so. Once again,
runs wide on the last corner, allows iRoll to catch up. So is Fatal. Fatal, take a look on the outside.
Fatal indeed taking a look here for P5. He looks like he may have him cleared before they even get to T1. But does he keep his foot in it, or does he have to tuck in once again? No, he makes the move stick. Fatal into P5 of this French Grand Prix. He holds the spot over iRoll and his teammate Kyochin, who's in P7. Kyochin, and he gets a little loose. Fatal gets loose. Everyone's getting loose. Three wide. What's going on? It looks like that after all that HVAC Toaster's going to move to P5. Go-to guy puts himself in the P6 after that little bobble. And Seafreeze has gotten past Talon Guy for the race lead. It's Seafreeze now, leading the Grand Prix here at France.
We're still too wide on the back straightaway with Dougie about for P8 and P9.
There's so much action on the track, it's so hard to keep up with all of it, and there's a spin! There's a spin as Fatal spun around. I think he just lost the back end there, but that's going to hurt Fatal drastically. He's down to P11 now outside the points. He's going to have to really turn on the jets and also get back to the points-paying positions. That's now the Red Bull secret.
We got another driver, go-to guy in the Haas, runs wide in the long shoot.
Go-to guy goes wide indeed. Kyochin trying to chase down the AI driver of Dougie Falcons, who's left the session.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Maybe an internet issue there. I'm not really sure. But back to the front of the field, Seafreeze and Talon Guy. It's because the Talon Guy is now making his pit stop. Sorry that we've been missing the battle at the front for a moment there, because they were.
Talon's trying to do the undercut along with Bliss and HVAC Turtle. They're on the soft, so they're going to try to do the undercut. They might go straight to the hards here and try to maintain the rest of the race. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they both go on the hards, all three of them. And they're going to be in the pack for now, but they're going to try to get the undercut and try to maintain the rest of the race. Let's see how that goes.
So Talon Guy puts on the hards. He's going to try and go for the one-stop strategy here. It's pretty risky, but you can definitely make your work, I do believe. But at the end, those tires are going to be shot, so...
These pit stops are starting spacing out people from here and there now. Seafreeze has left the session.
Seafreeze has left the session, so internet issues left and right, and especially for the most popular guy in the league, Seafreeze. I'm not sure what's going on.
To Joe Breezy to catch up. The AR car will start slowing down massively, and Joe Breezy is catching up already. If Seafreeze can get back in this lobby as soon as he can, iRoll makes a half spin on those worn soft tires. He loses two position, KO Chin and go-to guy.
He loses two. He
Demoso, possibly.
Demoso looks to the inside, can't make it work. So Demoso will have to hang on behind iRoll for the time being, as looks like Seafreeze is pulled to the pits, but it's not actually Seafreeze, that's simply his AI. But so Joe Breezy, championship leader, will assume P1 at the French Grand Prix. So we'll see Kyochin, who will work his way up to P2, go-to guy, P3, Demoso, P4.
G-Freeze and iRoll, the last soft drivers, other than Kuzi, who's already retired.
And Joe
Breezy, Kyochin, and Demoso are on the mediums. They're in the top 5, and they're going to go for maybe 5 to 6 more laps. And maybe go to lap 12, what we saw in last night's race, and then immediately go to the hards. See how long they can do that and try to go to the end.
And
right now, the one-stoppers have the advantage at the moment.
And Seafreeze has committed to the two-stop strategy. Since he wasn't here, he couldn't change his strategy to go for the one-stop and go for a soft to hard. So he may have to make another stop this race. If he can make the mediums last for about 20 laps, that'd be absolutely remarkable. But I just don't see it happening.
I'm riding the point with go-to guy on the Haas in P3. He's on the first car that's on the hards. He could go up to lap maybe 18 on those hards if he really, take care of those tires. And right now, he's really catching. Commentator's turns.
Can he save it? He does save a
Kinda
little bit.
saved it.
That's a fantastic save there from Go-To Guy, but yes, that has to be the commentator's curse of the year there. But Go-To Guy is able to save it, and
no.
and he only.
Maybe. I think he can still tough it out until the end. It's only 7 laps on those hards. And he's coming to pits.
Comes to the pits now. That's unfortunate for Go-To Guy. He was on for possibly a race win, but now he has to come into the pits after making a little spin on the.
I think Talon is still our effective leader. You saw the first car in the hards with the precious hards, and he's actually battling for P5 right now. He's taking a look on the outside of Sequit, but I still think he's our effective leader. And little contact there.
Talon Guy's forced incredibly wide. Will he get a time penalty for this? No, he doesn't. I guess he does.
He gets the corner for right there. Oh, unfortunate.
Very unfortunate for Talon Guy. In my opinion, it didn't look like he cut it that badly, but he may want to try and get that overturned. But we'll see how this pans out.
But he can't lose any more time to Joe Breezy. He has to maximize his time. He's on a one-stop now. Joe Breezy, he has one more stop to go. He hasn't pitted yet, but we want to get as much time on him as much as possible. Joe Breezy is still in this race, but he's on a different strategy. Talon cannot afford to lose more time against battling Sequit for P5.
For sure. So good battle here for P5. Sequit and Talon Guy going back and forth. Talon's going to have to find a way past the Red Bull driver. He cannot wait there much longer, else the championship leader, Joe Breezy, will pull by him. But now he's in the pits now. Where will he come out compared to the rest of the leaders?
Seafreeze is back in this race. He has rejoined.
Seafreeze is indeed back. Joe Breezy now. Joe Breezy's come out ahead of Talon Guy. He's ahead of Talon Guy. Joe Breezy has made the overcut work over Talon Guy.
Yeah, Talon's battle with Sequit has really lost a lot of time for him, and that's unfortunate.
That's hurt him dramatically.
Oh, absolutely. Sequit is, but Talon's not out of it yet. He's still trying to get past Sequit, but Sequit is not giving it to him at all. No space, no room. He's battling hard for that position. I think he might have a run on him now.
Talon showing some immense desperation here. He looks to the outside of Sequit. He should be able to make this move. He clears him before they even get to the corner. And that puts Talon Guy into P5. He's going to try and chase down Joe Breezy in the McLaren.
He's only a second and a half off the leader, so what he can do is just try to maintain his DRS going forward. His safest ERS. As you're on the DRS zone and you're behind the car, just maintain your ERS, and you should be able to stay with the driver for the remainder of the race. And then, like last night, just use that energy when the time counts. As KOJ get a 5-second time penalty for speeding pit lane.
That's very unfortunate for Koch, the race leader who's coming to the pits. I think he's going to be going to another set of mediums, mate. No, he started on the medium tires. So we'll see what he does here. He's putting on the hards, it looks like.
Damaso inherits the lead. He's still one of the last few drivers that has not pitted yet, along with Sequit and Xandamar. Xandamar's still trying to hang on to P2, but I don't imagine him staying in front of Joe Breezy very much longer until he pits.
Go-To Guys, that's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:34.2, I believe, is what that lap was.
Joe Breezy got a good exit here on the back straightaway. Xandamar defends hard, but not necessary. Joe Breezy is on the right pass with DRS.
No challenge there for the championship leader. He gets by the Haas driver with ease. So now it's Joe Breezy who's in a net P1 at the moment, but Talon Guy's going to have to fight his way through all the traffic who has not pitted. If he wants to.
Right now, McLaren leads P1, P2. Damaso and Joe Breezy on different strategy, but I think the effective leader right now is Joe Breezy, followed by Talion, who's only a few seconds behind.
So we do
Once Tommaso goes into pits, Joe Breezy will inherit the lead.
Tommaso staying out for a few more laps, surprisingly. He's trying to push those mediums for as long as he can.
He can go up to about lap 12 with those. And actually, he could probably extend them more, but I wouldn't recommend it. He still has 10 seconds on Joe Breezy, which is very good. He still come out with a top 5 after pits.
Very good indeed. So we'll have an update on how Seafreeze is doing, as he's riding around in P11 at the moment. After a very unfortunate failure there. It looked like an internet issue, but he's back going now, so he's going to try and salvage as many points as he can. Go-to guy keeps setting the fastest lap of the race, and he sets a 33.9, I do believe. Italian guy picks up another time penalty by cutting a corner.
If he's going to inherit P2, you might have to worry about whether or not he's going to be at the podium, because that's about 6 seconds right there in time penalty.
Going right there, Sequit takes an interesting line there. He doesn't receive a penalty for it. Iroll has received a 3-second time penalty.
Riding up on Secret right now. He's trying to chase down Talon and Xanamar. Xanamar is going to come into pits probably this lap, most likely, because he's been chased down by Talon pretty hard right now. 6 extra laps on those tires compared to Talon right now. But Talon's going to go to the end. Xanamar still has a few more laps on those tires. He can go at least to lap 17, 18 in a fair battle, and maybe come out, put the mediums on, or maybe even the softs. We'll see what his strategy is going to be. He's probably getting tired of those tires right about now.
It's going to be interesting to see, indeed.
We got a switch between Fatal and Dougie.
That's because Dougie is an AI driver, so Fatal was able to cruise by the Red Bull there.
As Tommaso finally comes into the pits and he is now exiting. He's going to come out around maybe P8, P9, but he's still on the preferred tires, so he might get some positions made back up. So he's still on P9 and the points. So far, unlike yesterday, no safety cars. No safety cars so far. So it's all on drivers' experience right now. KO Chen is looking for P7s on the back of Go-To Guy and Toaster. Let's see how things go back straightaway here.
Kyochin on the back of this 3-car train heading onto the DRS straight. We'll see if anyone can make a move on anyone here. It looks like they're going to stay tucked in.
They're pretty tight through the chicane here.
And now it's Go-To Guy, who's side by side with HVAC Toaster. Can Go-To Guy make a move on HVAC Toaster? They're wheel to wheel. Wheel to wheel heading into the wide right-hander now. Go-To Guy not giving an inch.
Go-To Guy. Not quite there for Go-To Guy, but he's right on his gearbox. Oh, Toaster makes his back end gets a little bit loose. That allows Go-To Guy to take a peek on the inside. Not quite there. Toaster run wide again. Shut the door on Go-To Guy. Makeo Chen taking a look on both of them. Let's see if Go-To Guy can make a move now. Yes, DRS in the preferred line straight away. I think he can side by side in turn 1. And Go-To Guy gets it. But he gets a time penalty. Oh, Go-To Guy gets a time penalty. That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate there for the Haas driver, who's actually P4 in standings at the moment. So yeah, so Go-To Guy's day just keeps going from bad to worse, it seems like. But he does set the fastest Sector 1 of the race. So once again, Go-To Guy's absolutely flying out there. But
there's KO Chen looking on Toaster as well for P7. KO Chen look on the inside. Toaster fights hard on the outside. He maintains his position in P7. KO Chen not quite there, but he does get a pretty decent run on the outside. And we're going to go this long shoot here.
Here comes Kyochin.
Has a preferred line there.
To the inside.
Almost contact.
And Kyochin makes the move stick on the Ferrari of HVAC Toaster. So Kyochin up to P7. Solid points there for the Williams team. as it says Fatal has far back into the pack. So what happened to Fatal?
I believe Fatal had an incident early on when he
That's
spun,
right.
and I think he's been kind of back there for a while since then. I'm not sure if anything else has happened, but been back there for a while now.
So it's Gijo Breezy who leads the French Grand Prix for a time being. Talon Guy cruises around in P2. Xandermar currently holds P3. He's yet to pit. Sequit holds P4. He's yet to pit. Abyss Racing is a net P3 at the moment. And then let's go to Guy P6. And Kyochin P7. HVAC Toaster P8. And Namoso P9. And C Freeze as they're rounding out your top 10, scoring 1 point for the Toro Rosso team.
It's good to be have him back in the race. Unfortunately, some kind of issue that kicked him out of his session. So, Seafreeze is now back in the race, and he's on a 2-tire strategy. He might just stick these tires all the way to the end, but 7 laps on those mediums, I'm not sure. We got a blitz on losing out to go-to guy.
Sorry for are missing that move on stream, but a go-to guy indeed gets past the Renault driver of Abyss Racing.
Look at Toaster on the look on Kyochin. He's fighting back hard.
HVAC Toaster is looking for a move on Kyochin, so we'll see if Toaster can make something work here heading onto the pit straight.
Oh, Kyochin runs wide, major wide. Toaster catch up on a pretty good on that one. As Xandermar comes to the pits for his first and final pit stop. So Sequit as well.
Is it just me, or is it looking a little bit cloudy out there?
I think it might be a little cloud cover coming. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like. But we'll see. It definitely did rain in the qualifying, so with 10 laps to go, I'm not sure if rain will make an impact, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that.
We'll see if we can get some rain in the later part of this race. For the time being, we stay clear. HVAC Toaster not giving Kyochin a break. Kyochin having to fight for his life from the Ferrari driver.
Toaster is not giving up on that position. That's valuable points right there, and he wants it.
Not giving up at all. He is determined. He might have the run here, heading to the inside. HVAC Toaster in the chicane has the outside now, and HVAC Toaster is going to clear Kyochin, but Kyochin might have a better exit here. But this has caused Demoso to get right back to this fight. Demoso looks to the inside of Kyochin, but he can't make it stick just yet. And it looked like a small bit of contact there between Demoso and Kyochin. Kyochin to the inside of HVAC Toaster. He's going to have to wait a little bit before he tries something that adventurous again, but...
Yeah, let's see on the front straightaway how things go. I think get some DRS and see how things will even up, but pretty interesting battle so far. Demoso and Kyochin. Demoso just came in the pits a few laps ago, so he has fresher tires compared to these drivers. And they'll probably show here a little bit too.
Kyochin has the DRS over the Ferrari of HVAC Toaster. We'll see if Kyochin can make a move. No, he's going to have to wait a few more corners. Heading into turn 3 now. And from the camera view I've got, it definitely looks like it's gotten a little bit more cloudy out there. So we might see some rain in the later part of this race, but I'm not sure.
Oh yes, Kyochin runs wide, gets a little bit loose there. It's the way to maintain, but Demoso has DRS and take a look. So is Toaster getting ran up on by Kyochin. Let's see what happens. So far, Joe Breezy has a commanding lead. He's on the one stopper. Right now, he's going to take those hards all the way to the end. So is Talon. I don't imagine him come back to the pits. He's only about 4 seconds off. And go-to guy and the Haas is round out your top 3.
So if we take the penalties into account here, if I'm being completely honest, I don't know who is leading the race at the moment. I think it's CGL Breezy. I think he only has 3 seconds worth of penalties, while Talon Guy has 6 seconds worth of penalties. So he will hold on to P2, I do believe.
Yeah, but Gotoga, I think he might have some penalties as well. So, it might pan out. It might work out the same as it is, but all depends on how if drivers get more penalties and things like that. We got Tommaso taking a look on Keochin a little bit there. He's starting to catch up with this group, this pack of drivers.
Yeah, this pack of drivers, it seems to be producing the best racing so far, as no driver is giving an inch to anyone. As now Keochin look to have taken that sequence of corners a little bit quicker than HVAC Toaster, so we'll see if he can get the better exit heading onto the DRS straight than Toaster.
Keochin taking a look at the DRS.
He's got the back wing deployed. Looks at the outside. Interesting move there for the Williams driver. He sticks it to the inside, though. Who's going to make it stick? They're still side by side. HVAC Toaster was going to.
Here comes Tommaso.
But yeah, HVAC Toaster's going to hang on to it. But Keochin now has to worry about the McLaren, who's hot on his heels around the outside. Can the McLaren make it stick?
Oh, Tommaso loses the back end just a little bit, get a little loose.
That forced him wide a little bit. Here comes the Toro Rosso of Seafreeze. Right back into this race, and HVAC Toaster's gone wide at 3 wide for P6 at the moment, because Toaster's gone wide. Seafreeze now around the outside. Can't make the move stick for P6 just yet.
And so a lot of winners, a lot of losers. Winner, Seafreeze and Keochin. Toaster and Tommaso's losers in that, unfortunate. You get stacked up like that in the high-speed corners, Toaster, Seafreeze, and Keochin just able to capitalize on that.
We'll see if anyone will make a move here. And no, they'll have to stay tucked in for, once again, a few more sequences of corners. But Seafreeze is absolutely flying for the time being. I do not think he has a penalty, so if he can work his way up to P5, he could be on for a good finish here.
The Seafreeze on those medium tires has a little bit fresher advantage, but his tires are going to be falling off here soon, and those hard tires are going to have an advantage. And Toaster in a pretty good run of Keochin. He's going to take a look. He's going to switch on the inside.
Wheel-to-wheel contact there. HVAC Toaster on the outside. Here comes Seafreeze. He wants a piece of the action as well. HVAC Toaster will make the move stick for P5. This battle is not over. Here comes Keochin to the inside of HVAC Toaster. They're still side by side, heading into the wide right-hander now, excuse me. And we'll see what happens now. Still side by side, the Ferrari and the Williams, but now Keochin will hold on to the spot, but he goes wide. Here comes HVAC Toaster to the inside. But once again, they're going to stay single file.
Wasn't quite there. This allows Seafreeze to stay with them and battle with them, and Tommaso to stay with them as well. It's a 4-way battle for P5. Those are 10 precious points there. In the final corner now, they will all get DRS except for Keochin. Let's see if Toaster. I think Toaster has a greater straight line speed compared to Keochin.
Toaster might be able to make a move right now. No, he's going to wait just a little bit. He might wait for the DRS straight, or he might get on this straight here. It depends. There's a lot of places on this track to make a move. It just depends on how adventurous you are, but looks like he didn't go for it just yet. Sequit picks up 3 seconds for multiple warnings.
Toaster getting the back of Keochin a little bit there.
And we've got some yellow flags. As there's
on the back of Toaster. We still got this train going.
So we'll see what Seafreeze can do here. He looks like he may have a good run. HVAC Toaster to the inside of the Williams. Can HVAC Toaster make the move stick this time around? Keochin trying to ease his nose in front, trying to get the better exit. Here comes Seafreeze. Seafreeze can make this 3 wide. Does he look to the inside? Yes, he does. Contact between HVAC Toaster and Seafreeze. That could have been really bad for all of those drivers. But Seafreeze now trying to force his way through this battle. As now the Williams
on the outside running a little wide there. He's still batting side by side with Keochin. He is not giving up the position.
No one's giving an inch. Here comes Seafreeze on the inside of Keochin. And Seafreeze make the move stick? No, he tucks in for a corner. But he might try for the move right now around the outside now. Seafreeze will have the inside for the final corner. Does he get the better exit? They're still side by side, and Keochin clears the Toro Rosso of Seafreeze, but it's not over yet. Here comes Seafreeze once again to the inside of Kyochin. Can he make the move stick this time around into turn 1? He keeps the fun in it. He's not backing down. He's not going away without a fight. And Seafreeze, they're still side by side. No one's backing down. And Seafreeze.
Seafreeze runs wide on that corner trying to defend. That allows Kyochin to
and Kyochin sends in a dive bomb. He might have the better run here. He tries to stick his wing in there, and a little bit of contact between the two of them. Kyochin, he gets a little bit loose. Here comes the Moso now on the back of Kyochin. We'll see if the Moso can make a move on Kyochin. Fighters put his way into P7. He peeps to the inside. He might send a dive bomb from hell here. I don't really know, but no, he's going to have to tuck in once again.
Pretty tight battle. Seafreeze has catch back up to Toaster there a little bit, and they're all still within a second of each other, so they're all still in DRS and maintain with each other.
Very close battles indeed, as they approach the lapper of Dougie Falcons, I do believe.
Oh, Seafreeze loses the back end a little bit there, does a little half spin, loses out to Kyochin, and tucks between Damaso and Kyochin.
I haven't
a little wide there.
Missed that on stream a little bit, that's my bad. Everyone who's watching at home. But it doesn't look like he loses too much time. He's still right on the back end of Kyochin, and we know how adventurous he is through this sequence of corners, so we'll see if he will get the better exit. But the Moso, it looks like he got the better exit of all of them. He's going to be on the back end of Seafreeze here as they head in a turn 1.
The Moso is just playing he's being patient. He knows these guys are probably going to wreck each other out, and he's just going to wait and collect. That's all he has to do. He knows these guys are racing really hard and potentially take each other out, so just wait and collect. And easy points, you don't have to battle, risk your car. If I was Damaso, that's exactly what I'll be doing right now, and I think he's on to that.
Definitely the smart thing to do there for the Moso. Seafreeze on the 14-lap medium tires. Do we think Seafreeze trying to stretch medium tires out there for that long?
5 laps to go, you might as well, Oh, here comes Seafreeze.
As he looks to the inside now. Seafreeze on the outside, Kyochin on the inside. Seafreeze makes the move with no hassles about that. So now he's going to have to try and chase the HVAC Toaster, but he's not in the clear just yet as Kyochin still on the back end of Seafreeze. As they head into the sweeping little right-hander now. We'll see who takes the better line, who gets the better exit. It's Seafreeze still hanging on over Kyochin.
I think those worn mediums are starting to affect Seafreeze a little bit there. All he has to do is maintain for the next 3 to 4 laps and see if he can still cross the line of P6 and get those valuable points. I'm not sure if Seafreeze have a time penalty, but if he does, it doesn't help that he's in this tight pack. Toaster's trying to get away as much as he possibly can. He hasn't had to battle for the last few laps, so he's just trying to maintain and things like that. But he doesn't have DRS compared to the cars behind him, so he has to maintain as much as he possibly can and maximize that speed compared to Seafreeze and Kyochin. Oh, Toaster! It's a time penalty.
Very unfortunate for HVAC Toaster.
Right here have a time penalty.
I don't think Seafreeze has one. I think Seafreeze is the one driver of this group who does not have a time penalty. So Seafreeze is who is in a golden spot right now.
And he's looking on Toaster right now. He got the DRS. Is he going to take a look? He's taking a look. He's going to go for it.
Looks to the inside now, outside. A little bit of contact between the two of them. But HVAC Toaster will hang on to the spot after some pretty heavy contact there between the two of them.
He didn't lose any wings, so that's all that matters. He's going to take a look. He's going to do under Toaster.
Here comes the Moso on the inside of Kyochin.
Oh, Seafreeze. Careful, Seafreeze.
Seafreeze,
really slow,
very adventurous there. He's not backing down without a fight. He's going to have the outside line, not the preferred line. But you may get the better run out of the corner. And Seafreeze should just, and I mean just, be able to take P5 away from HVAC Toaster.
Oh, HVAC Toaster gets hit by Kyochin.
He's hit, and there's contact between the two of them. Contact. HVAC Toaster and Kyochin had a little bit of a snaggle, it looked like.
And Damaso lets him through.
Maybe
Definitely
Damaso.
has the advantage.
maybe the Moso had something to do with it, and maybe he caused the incident and we didn't see it, but maybe he felt bad. I'm not sure, but
maybe it was a yellow flag and he had to yield the position. I'm not sure, but he definitely pulled back. This is the tightest battle so far in the race. So far, the leaders are just pulling away. The top three, they're all pretty spaced out. And so it's really a battle for P6, 7, and 8 right now. Who's it going to be? Kyochin still taking a look on Toaster. These guys have been battling, I feel like, all race. They got about 4 laps to go, and they're still battling, want those points. Seafreeze is taken off. He's gone. Bliss is gone.
Seafreeze is taking those blasted off from this battle. It looks like Biss is trying to pull away from Seafreeze too, but Seafreeze, it looks like he may be gaining on Biss, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, closest battle on the racetrack so far. It's for P6. Kyochin trying to chase down HVAC Toaster. Joe Breezy on the hard tires. It's a 133.3. He's going for the maximum amount of points he can today.
Kyochin. Oh, cuts the corner a little too much to get a 3-second time penalty.
A very unfortunate error for Kyochin.
Yeah. So it's kind of, so far, been a very intense battle, especially within the mid-pack. But so far, Joe Breeze, Italian, and go-to guy, commanding leads in the top 3, and trying to maintain the rest of the race. Joe Breeze, Dougie Falcon gets an unforced error. I think he's trying to go for the fastest lap there, but fortunate for him, no points for outside the top 10 if he's trying to get the fastest lap.
So the extra bonus point, to believe, will still go to Joe Breezy.
That's Toaster. Still battling with Kyochin.
We'll see if Kyochin can try and pull away from HVAC Toaster here. He wants to try and gap him as much as he can. He's got the 3 seconds, but I think HVAC Toaster has 3 seconds as well.
There comes Toaster. Take a look on the inside of the long shoot here. Oh, almost a little contact there.
A small bit of contact between the two of them. HVAC Toaster still right on the back end of Kyochin. He's not backing down just yet. Kyochin looks to have a good run here into the second to last corner. It looks like Kyochin, HVAC Toaster sends one to the inside and he makes the move stick. He drives it in deep and he makes it work. HVAC Toaster into P6 now. But now Kyochin not backing down without a fight, and neither car has DRS. He's going to have to rely on pure slipstream if he wants to make a move. As they head out of turn number 2 now. HVAC Toaster still leading this battle.
As they try to get around the ghost car of Kuzi right now. Kuzi retired early on after having some early contact. And unfortunately, did not be able to put time in. Sequit, he took a time penalty, the 11th. And here comes Kyochin.
Kyochin
with DRS.
Just going to look for the move. He looks to the inside. Kyochin, a little bit of contact between the two of them. It looked like HVAC Toaster's going to hang on to it for the time being, but he's not out of the clear.
Kyochin get DRS. ERS and back straightaway speed.
Inside once again.
Toaster.
Here comes the Williams. There's going to be side by side and heading to this corner. HVAC Toaster's going to look for the better exit. But no, it's not going to work out for him as Kyochin will hang on to P6. But it's not over just yet. Side by side for P8, it looks like the Moso and Zandermar going wheel to wheel. Zandermar looking a little loose, almost spinning out there. We got a yellow flag in Sector 2. It looks like a Williams has parked it. Or going very slowly. It's Fatal, who's caused the yellow flag in Sector 2. That's gotten resolved very quickly. And it's the final lap now of the race. Kyochin trying to defend from HVAC Toaster for P6. But HVAC Toaster is going to make a routine pass there.
Zandermar looking for a battle for P8. These guys are battling hard. We got two battles coming in. Actually, Damaso and Xanamar are catching up to for P6 actually pretty rapidly, so they might have a chance to get a shot at those if they continue to battle so hard.
So, Xandermar looking for a move on Namoso for P8. He makes the move stick. It's another routine pass for Xandermar. But side by side, Kyochin and HVAC Toaster. HVAC Toaster is going to hold on to P6 for now. But meanwhile, at the front of the field, Joe Breezy made the right strategy call and has dominated the latter part of this race. He comes out of the final corner. Joe Breezy is going to make it 2 in a row. He's going to win the French Grand Prix for the Platinum class. And Talon Guy brings it home P2. P3 will go-to guy, and go-to guy goes up to P2 because of a penalty from Talon Guy. It looks like Seafreeze, he's trying to make a move on Best Racing, but Best Racing's going to hang on to P4. Seafreeze makes it P5, and HVAC Toaster's going to end up and win the battle over Kyochin. But Kyochin didn't have penalties, but Demoso is into P6 after some penalties. After Kyochin gets 5 seconds worth for an unserved penalty, Xandermar P7, Kyochin P8, P9, HVAC Toaster, P10 belongs to Iroll, gets the final points bank position.
Wow, what an interesting race. Things kind of settled down after pit stops, but that first, I'll say, 12 laps were pretty intense. And it, just hats off to Joe Breeds to make a commanding lead. Even though he started back in the pack, I would say maybe P7th, I believe it was, and he just took it on and commanded a lead early on. So. Great drive from him and the top drivers, those top threes. They made a great performing race today.
A fantastic French Grand Prix we had here today. Some very exciting mid-pack action. As we wait for the final cars to cross the line, it's Be Good. He's going to cross the line. He's going to bring it home P13 for the Mercedes team. And there he is, Joe Breezy, atop the podium here today from France. He made the right strategy call. He wins the French Grand Prix. So after a fantastic French Grand Prix, Dre, who is your driver of the day?
I got to give a special out to Joe Breezy. He's actually the same car and number that I drove, which is the McLaren 24. So 2 nights in a row, McLaren 24 has got the win. So I think that's the winning team right there.
Very interesting stat there. As we look at the final classification here for the French Grand Prix, it's Joe Breezy who wins. Go-to guy brings it home P2. Talon brings it home P3 for Alfa Romeo. P4 belongs to Best Racing in the Renault. Seafreeze, he salvages the top 5 finish in the Toro Rosso. Demoso brings it home P6. Xandermar P7. Kyochin, after some unfortunate penalties, brings home P8. Toaster P9. Iroll P10. Fatal P11. Sequent P12. Be Good in P13. Dougie Falcons in P14. 15 is Kurdzie, and I think that the final position there was the Mercedes of Kev Berge.
All right, you think we should do interviews or?
It's gonna leave that up to you. Well, how about if we ask the chat if we want to get some interviews in here, and who to interview. So
right.
If you would like, just go ahead and invite whoever you want in here, and I'll go to
1 second.
And I'll go to the showroom and just keep an eye on one of those cars, depending on who we're talking to.
So I invited.
Okay, get these two guys in here and we'll get some interviews as quick as possible here. As soon as they decide to join, of course.
Competitors in here and that.
It looks like that Tito Breezy's still loading for me. So once he gets slowed in, and he's in for me as well. So Joe Breezy is our race winner here for the French Grand Prix. That is two. That's two in a row here for you, Breezy.
Actually, I think it's three. I think he won at the UK and Monaco. Now France. So you're just sweeping the European tour.
Yes, sir. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It's been pretty competitive up there at the front, but it seems like we had some internet disconnects, myself included. Kind of robbed me, but it's whatever. Made it back through the pack. Didn't have too much trouble with that, and then it was pretty fun.
And you started, I believe, P7th. I think you were trying to get back on the track, but it was starting to rain. And Seafreeze qualified ahead of you, and he was ahead of you for the most of the race until he ghosted out and he had connection issues and just allowed you to go by. If that didn't happen, do you think you'll still have a decent shot at it?
Yes, definitely. My pace here was pretty insane. I was feeling very confident. They were quite a bit ahead. I don't know what happened to Talon. I know they were battling it out before the disconnect happened. So if, by the time that I made it into that third position, I know Freeze had either gotten around him, they weren't battling anymore, but if I was able to get ahead of Talon in that pit stop, unless he made a mistake and spun, I'm not really sure. I was already ahead of him after the pit, so I definitely think I could have contested that. I was definitely able to hold back a lot on the last 15 laps or so, where I was just sitting there doing hot laps for the most part. So yeah, definitely could have challenged Seafreeze. It would have been a really good neck and neck show to the end. It's very unfortunate about his internet.
Yeah, but a fantastic drive there from Joe Breezy. He is our race winner here from France. So thanks for talking to us, and good luck in the next Grand Prix.
So go to Guy. Odds it filled to. It looks like there was some points. Excuse me. There was some time penalty that fluctuated at the end there. How do you feel about that?
Well, the result overall was pretty good. I feel like I could have been up with Breezy, but I think it was lap 8 or 9. My DRS got stuck open, so I had to pit 7 laps early for mediums, which kind of put me on the back foot for the rest of the race. So I feel like if that didn't happen, I would have been a bit closer. It would have made it maybe within a few seconds or so. Would have had a battle, maybe, I don't know, but still happy with the result. I think second's pretty good for where I started on the grid, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, so a pretty eventful race for you. So you had to overcome a lot of adversity, and still you brought it home for a runner-up finish. How does it feel to overcome that much adversity and still bring it home P2?
Well, overall, it's a pretty good result. I had a bad qualifying, kind of mistimed my run on my mediums, so I ended up qualifying at the back for everyone to set a time, but was able to make my way through the field pretty quickly at the beginning, not as quickly as Breezy there on his mediums, but avoided some incidents in front of me and shot me up the order pretty good. So overall, it was a good race, good result.
Any more questions there, Dre?
I don't, but I do want to say, Joe, it's great from one McLaren driver to another, particularly number 24 to get another one 2 nights in a row. So great job to you.
Oh yeah, I did actually notice that you also had 24 in your car. Very nice, very nice.
But yeah, a fantastic drive. Go-to guy here. He was able to bring home P2 after it looked like a half spin on the right-hander and after an issue with the DRS. So yeah, fantastic drive from go-to guy. So thanks for talking to us, and good luck next week.
We're off to Austria next week. So good luck out there, guys, and see you out there.
And I think we may get one more interview in here. I don't know if we have time or not. Okay, so I think we are going to go ahead and end the broadcast here. So that's going to do us. So that's going to do it here from France for the TCR Platinum Class French Grand Prix. It's been a fantastic race, some fantastic impact action. So from the commentator's booth, I am Sinister Al 43 alongside Dre Diggy. Good night.